What's up, guys? Welcome back to another powder toy video. Recently I have been getting into actually making stars in powder toy. Like, I've made different types of stars. I've made an actual simulation of the solar system, like this one right here. It's like and actually, these stars actually do work like a pretty normal real-life star. They produce heat. Let me turn on my heat map. Or heat. Freaking vertical. I hate that stupid solar system 4.0. Why does it say 4? It's not what it's meant to say. Solar system 4.0. To override the 4.0. Yes. We do not want a weird vertical upflowing solar system. That's just weird. And also kind of unrealistic, because in real life, stars' energy just doesn't raise up to the north, to the top of the universe. Because that just doesn't make sense. It's not like a torch. It's like... It is kind of confusing on how you would think of how... And technically, the star's energy does flow up, but that's according to the gravity of the actual star. But if you were to put the universe itself into powder toy, turn on vertical mode, stars don't just burn up like a torch where the heat just rises up. It don't work like that. It kind of spreads out in all directions. Actually, how hot is Earth? I haven't... That's 76 degrees. It is still hot, though. So I guess it does follow similar time to how it does in real life, too. Earth is heating up also. Solar system's heating up because sun's getting bigger and all that type of science. Or all that type of sun science, or whatever you want to call it. But this is not actually the only thing I've made, though. I have made a star. I have actually made a planet, which I have been working on for quite a while. This one's been a little project that I've been working on. I'm actually trying to form a planet like how they would form in real life. Just chicken. Don't mind all the chicken noises in the background. We gotta bring them in, because it's too cold for a frizzle, and the frizzle's got a buddy, so we gotta bring both of the two in. They're both bantams, by the way. They're Emmy and Pearl. And, they're both best buds. Emmy's the frizzle. Too cold for frizzles to be out there right now, so yeah, she gotta be in here. And Pearl, because they can't be separated, because they're best buds. So yeah, don't mind chicken noises. They'll probably be out of here by tomorrow, depending on how the temperature is. But I think that tomorrow they'll be out. Because I don't think it's going to be that hot tomorrow. So yeah, I am making a planet right now. But I wonder if I can give this planet a moon and a star. Because that might actually help the planet be pretty well developed. Because like how like star wait no not stars but how life on Earth is formed is because of the sun. It provided the energy that was needed for life on Earth, and also we need sunlight to get the energy for life. So yeah, sun's pretty important. If I could find my little small... Okay, there's the sun. That should be the correct sun, because I did once accidentally choose a very explosive sun. I don't know why I make random stars that are sometimes randomly explosive or just cold. I just make those random things because I just want to. There isn't really... Oh, hold up. Maybe I can put some music on. Hopefully it actually works this time. Because while I was making other footage for videos, for some reason music paused because Wi-Fi was acting up. It might still be acting up, so I probably won't be able to play any music for this video for the time being. Let's turn on our temperature maps. Okay, the planet is actually decently hot. Having this hot of a planet isn't the best thing in the world to have life on, because it'll be too hot for life. So, also I'm gonna get rid of these random floating particles in the air. So I'm gonna just heat it up to some ridiculous amount of temperature, and just put it on these random flying particles. Very unreal. Okay, I might just have to delete them because they're not falling back down. Alright, now we just got a random crater. Let's just put it down to 700, because that was the temperature that I was using to make a decently new planet-like temperature. Let's also put this on the moon as well, because we don't want that to be really hot. Because it'll be like having two suns. That's way too hot for a planet to have. On heating it, keep it at like 700, or according to the property tool, 700 temperature, or I guess 426 degrees. For sure, that makes sense. This actually isn't a very bad planet, actually. It's got potential. It's got some... It could... I think it would be pretty possible to actually have some kind of... Let me decrease this air temperature, because this is kind of getting in the way. It is too hot. Even if it is too cold or hot, the sun's temperature will end up heating up everything. So I think I might just make pretty much everything cold, and then I'm gonna let the star do its thing and warm everything up. I'm gonna put it to void so that nothing just starts looping everywhere and just creates weird air currents everywhere, because that is kind of annoying when it happens. Okay, it's actually keeping its original planetary temperature that I kept it at, so that's pretty good. So we have a star that's going to produce temperature for our planet, depending on how long it will take for the star to actually get its heat towards the planet. looking at the star side, or the star's size, it's probably gonna take a while, so I'm probably just gonna move it closer. Wait, no, that's too small of a brush. Maybe we're gonna delete the sun. Weird statement, but yes, we're gonna delete the sun and move it. Put it right there, I guess. Also, I'm gonna just simulate some, like, actual space temperature, so I'm gonna put just a random cold asteroid in the middle of the Earth, or whatever you want to call this planet. I don't really have a name for it, but maybe y'all can decide a name for this planet. This planet deserves some kind of name. I am probably thinking about, like, I don't know, maybe probably gonna get a name by just looking at it, or probably just getting a name from looking at its star. I was thinking about, like, maybe naming it Aurora or Aureus or something like that. Something that would be good for this planet. I don't really know what its name would be. Either way, y'all could decide if I don't end up finding a name in this video. Someone will give it a name, probably. This planet does have a lot of silicon. And actually, when I'm looking at this planet, it is actually maintaining some tiny bits of heat. But I think that is probably because the planet was originally hot. So I don't think it's going to maintain that heat for long. But I don't know, I'm starting to see the heat from the sun get closer towards our planet. So maybe we'll get a hotter planet soon. But for the time being, the planet won't be that hot for right now. I think probably I think the planet is formed enough already. I think the hardest thing to do would probably be actually giving it life. And yeah, I could just give it, like, plants or something on the surface and just say it's done. But there's certain variables that you would have when it comes to making life. Like, you would have to have the temperature of the planet be in there, you would have to have the amount of water, and how big your star is so it can maintain heat, and how hot the planet is. It's gonna be a whole mess of things that we're gonna have to deal with when actually making this thing. Reason why we need it to have heat or low heat, like probably Earth temperature heat, is because we need water. And for life to be sustained, we need water. Chicken. What are you going off about, chicken? I don't know what this chicken's going off about, but they've been going off pretty much all day. They've had to been kept in here quite a couple of times before, so it ain't new to them, because it has been getting colder around here. But that's because winter and that type of stuff. Let's actually see the temperature. Is it rising? Oh, it's actually, the decrease in temperature is actually starting to slow down. So I think temperature is going to get to a decent amount of temperature that can possibly have water on it. I don't exactly know how long it will take for a good habitable, like, a good enough atmospheric temperature for actually some kind. I might actually need an atmosphere to get some actual decently, like, low atmosphere temperature. So I'm gonna put some carbon, because that is the best, from what I've done so far when making these things. Carbon was the best when it came to actually sticking to the surface of the planet and not just gliding away. But maybe oxygen would stay. Doesn't appear so. I'll probably keep just a tad bit of oxygen hovering around so that it just doesn't become straight up uninhabitable. Does hydrogen, though? No, I think it's about the same as it is with oxygen. So, like, hydrogen and oxygen, they aren't the best when it comes to sticking to the Earth for very long. I keep on calling it the Earth, but it's not Earth. But I'm just gonna call it Earth right now, because I don't exactly know what else to call it right now. What's this? Variable pressure gas expands. I don't think I'll ever use that one for much. I wonder if heat actually has to do anything with light. I wonder if it does. Because if in powder toy, if it does have to deal with, like, some kind of, if it is, like, a form of light, our atmosphere is actually blue. I mean, if I go out of, like, temperature mode, it isn't blue, and it's, like, sad. But let's just say it's, like, a blue atmosphere. Because it just does in the temperature display. Oh, hey! Our moon's got a little tiny atmosphere. What does it compose of? I think it's like hydrogen or something. CO2. Wait, how is it going to... Let me turn off our fire display. Oxygen, and hydrogen. Let's not have us our... Let's get rid of the carbon. Because that's not originally there. It's a normal Earth atmosphere on our moon. That's kind of weird, but sure. Our moon might be even more habitable than our normal planet is. It's gonna be a very weird thing to deal with, but sure. We'll go with it. How is our temperature lowering still? I think it's actually starting to rise again. We might be getting too hot for water now. The other side of the planet is also far too hot for that. It might be harder than I initially thought. Because we need to have a further... We need to have it in the habitable zone. And I think the sun's placement is actually pretty good. It might be the planet's placement. So I might just